morning, peeps. Welcome to another vlog. Fresh drop sheets, peeps. Fresh drop sheets. It's always a lovely thing, am I right? Some of these are getting to the point where they're looking super gnarly. So the one I use specifically for drains, this guy right here, even though he's washed, he's got solder all over him, and he's kind of got some nasty stains. So the thing is when you put a drop sheet down, at least it's like this for my father. He wants them to be crisp, clean, you know what I'm saying? So the customer thinks to themselves, oh look, this plumber right here is worried about my stuff. They're using a brand new fresh drop sheet. And my father feels like the stains kind of take away from the whole point of putting down a drop sheet. So I don't know, I sort of with him, I'm sort of not with him on that. I feel like a drop sheet's a drop sheet. It's intended to get beat up, and if it looks bad, it looks bad. But I want to know what you think. Let me know down in the comments below. Do you think a clean drop sheet, and I mean stain-free drop sheet, is the way to go? Or is it okay to have a few stains even though you've washed them and they're clean? Is it okay that it maintains having a few stains? That's what I'm curious about. You guys let me know down in the comments below. Peeps, today we are doing none other than valves. Peeps, I'm not sure if you've ever heard of Occams Razor. It's a principle I learned in philosophy that's used to answer some really difficult questions. And the principle paraphrased is this: the simplest explanation is the right one. The reason why I bring this up is because Dad and I sort of use a version of Occams Razor when we're doing plumbing repairs. And our version of it basically goes like this: the simplest lasting repair is the right one. And I wanted to break this down to you so you can understand it. You're going to find in your career that there are certain products you gravitate towards. This could be PEX, ProPress, Uponor, brass, copper, etc. See, for us, one of those products is ball valves. Now, in most circumstances, our first choice is to install a ball valve. But at some point, you run into plumbing applications where it introduces more headache and work than it does solutions. In this first application here, ball valves are perfect. I have enough space to work in the cabinet. I also have enough pipe to take the old valves out and put the new ones in. And it's a pretty straightforward swap. In the subsequent applications, you're going to notice that instead of going for a ball valve, I actually opt to put in a new EMCO cartridge. I do this because of a few variables. Number one, there's not a lot of space for me to work, and I don't mean necessarily in the cabinet. I also mean the space of piping where the new valves need to be put in. Sometimes you need to rearrange piping in order to introduce a new ball valve. And the allocated space just basically says, hell no, it ain't gonna happen. So instead, I put in a brand new EMCO cartridge. Now keep in mind that the old cartridges I'm swapping out here are around 20 years old, 30 years old, so they last a long time. My plan is not to sacrifice quality here, but I am sacrificing my preference. And that's why you're going to see two different solutions to the same problem, which is valves that aren't functioning the way they need to be functioning. And of course, there are going to be days where you can't really do this. Unfortunately, you're going to have to do some grunt work, but whenever the circumstances occur where we find that we have an alternative valve to put in that's going to make our life easier, but it's still going to have the same potential life expectancy, we do opt for the easier installation just because of the amount of difficulty we're not going to have to run into. A couple of things you got to remember is that time is of the essence. If you're charging by the hour, the customer is hoping that you do things in a really short period of time, or at least a reasonable period of time. So you have to play it by ear. There are some applications where you have no choice. You have to reintroduce a brand new valve, and cartridges are not going to cut it. But when they can cut it, and when they've been there before and they are a pretty good product, then sometimes it's just worth it to put in a new cartridge, make sure that it goes in well, test it afterwards. Customer's happy because you did it in a short period of time, and you're happy as well because you didn't have to spend too much firepower, and now you have more reserved for whatever problems the day throws at you. But let me know down in the comments below, which valves do you prefer putting in? Do you prefer the EMCO valves that you see me put in, or are you a fan of the quarter-turn ball valves? Let me know and enjoy the rest of the vlog. Peeps, Kenny Molotov here at home, and I wanted to show you something I'm really excited about because I spent the last little while trying to put something together, and we officially have Merchandise. Take a look at these shirts right here. So I spent the last little while creating these t-shirts right here that say, let's go do some delicious plumbing. This is a wrench that I designed with somebody that I've been working on that's good at Adobe Illustrator. We also have a couple of different types of stickers out there. Let's go do some delicious plumbing mugs as well. Got phone cases, and something that I think is really cool, we also got neck gaiters. Now, the only thing that I noticed about the neck gaiters right here is that they are missing the G for some reason. So please keep that in mind. You're not going to get them with a G, but what you notice about these neck gaiters anyways is that they kind of bundle up at the bottom, so you can't really read them as well, but it is something pretty cool that you can walk around with. We also have nice sweaters like this in different colors as well. So you can find all these items and more down in the links below. There's a bunch of things down there like bags and even fanny packs. Another thing I like to point out is that we also have ladies t-shirts as well. So for all our female subscribers out there, or anybody that wears a woman's shirt out there, we also have ladies t-shirts as well in all sorts of different colors. I noticed over time that the catchphrase, let's go do some delicious plumbing, is something that kind of resonates with the community, so I thought it would be really cool to actually put it together and put a wrench on a shirt, and maybe you guys will enjoy it and pick one up if you want to. So peeps, thank you for inspiring me to make this. I hope you enjoy. Links down below if you want to pick one up, and let's get back to the rest of the vlog.